So welcome again to the next discussion. Okay. Yes, dito din. So let me share you my screen. Tuloy-tuloy lang tayo guys ha. Okay. So let's have the subject and verb agreement. Again, the very reason, wait lang, parang ang ingay. Sakto lang. Okay. So, again, this is the subject and verb agreement. The reason kung bakit inuna ko ang parts of speech. Okay, sa mga discussion natin is para mas mabilis nating maintindihan ang subject and verb agreement. When we say sa subject and verb agreement, so from the word itself, dapat nag-agree ang subject and verbs to its subject. Okay? So, ibig sabihin may rules. Sino ba gumawa ng rules na yan? Yung mga English people. Sila yung mga tao, okay, na kung saan English ang kanilang mother tongue or ang kanilang first language. Of course, sino pa ba ang gagawa ng rules ng Tagalog kundi ang gumagamit ng mother tongue na Tagalog. Okay, 'di ba? So ganun din in English. So, importanteng malaman natin kung ano ba yung mga rules na or agreement na meron tayo or nasusundan tayo for the subject for the SVA or for the subject and verb agreement. Number one rule, sabi dito, subject of the sentence, kapag daw ang subject ng isang pangungusap ay binubuo ng dalawa o higit pang pangalan or pronouns, sabi nila, at connected siya ng and, use plural verbs. Okay? So, ibig sabihin sa isang pangungusap, may isa or dalawa or higit pa siyang subject or pinag-uusapan or simuno. At connected siya ng and, okay, use plural verb. So for example, of course naman, 'di ba? Si Lovely and her cousins, yung cousins niya palang madami, tsaka si Lovely are at the gym. Okay? So bakit are? Kasi si Lovely at ang kanyang mga pinsan ay nasa gym. So that's the rule. Of course, okay? Ngunit, okay, for the compound nouns, you use singular verbs. Again, pinag-usapan natin yung compound noun. If I'm not mistaken, sila yung mga salita na naka-combine, naka-separate, at naka-hyphenated. Okay, compound siya. Use singular verbs. Okay, and connected siya ng end. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Mampunsunhi. Okay, for example, the bed and breakfast was comfortable and homey. The bed and breakfast was comfortable and homey. So, bakit siya singular? Kasi compound nouns ang ginamit. It so happen na meron lang siyang connected na end, pero ibig sabihin, para siyang ano class A? Bed and breakfast, spoon and fork. Okay? Spoon and fork. Yan. Horse and carriage, kabayo at kalesa. Kabayo at kalesa, dahil may at, akala natin dalawa. Okay, yung pinag-uusapan. Pero hindi. Ang tawag sa kanila are the compound nouns. Isa lang sila. So we treated that as one. So we use singular verb. Nakakaintindihan po tayo. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, subject of a sentence is composed of two or more. If the subject of the sentence is composed of two or more nouns or pronouns, use singular verb kapag connected siya ng or, nor, or, but. Okay? So for example, okay, neither the book nor the pen is. Bakit is? Is in the drawer. Bakit? Okay? Kasi nga, nor. Ibig sabihin, di ba pag gumamit tayo ng neither, what do you mean by either? Okay? Kapag sinabi nating either, isa sa dalawa, indefinite, hindi natin alam. Pagka sinabi nating neither, none of the two, wala sa dalawa. So, kasi isipin natin kung anong ba doon, okay? Pag neither nor or either or, okay, since isa sa dalawa or wala sa dalawa, sabi ng rules, use singular verb. So, ang ang libro at ang pen, okay, ang libro at ang panulat ay wala yung libro at saka yung pen sa drawer. Okay? Wala. Okay? Neither the book nor the pen. Okay? Yes, dalawa yung pinag-uusapan dito. Dalawa yung nouns, the book and the pen. Pero sabi natin, pag connected siya ng nor, okay, kinoconnect siya ng nor, neither eh. So, nor talaga siya. Ibig sabihin, none of the two. Okay, since wala sa dalawa, hindi naman natin alam kung alin sa dalawa ang wala. Then use singular verb. Ganon din sa either or. Okay? One of the two. Either the book or the pen is in the drawer. Okay? Kung hindi yung libro, what's in the drawer? Parang ganon yan eh. Tinanong mo, ano yung nasa drawer? Okay? Either the book or the pen is in the drawer. So, kung hindi yung libro, yung panulat ang nasa drawer. Ganun po yun. Okay? Next. Neither the movie. Bakit natin pinag-uusapan to? Kasi ang condition is kapag ang isang pangungusap ay binubuo ng dalawa or higit pang nouns and pronouns. Okay? Nagtataka tayo, ano bang gagamitin? Ang daming pinag-uusapan. Okay? So, meron siyang condition. Kapag naman, another example, neither the movie nor the ride is exciting. Bakit siya singular? Kasi hindi daw exciting ang movie at saka yung ride. Maybe pumunta sila sa isang, the concept of they went to, what they call this? Ang tawag dito, Enchanted Kingdom, for example, okay? And sinabi nila, neither the movie, okay, they watch the movie, the theater, neither the movie nor the ride is exciting. Bakit po siya, Ma'am Consunhi, singular? Singular po siya kasi po, okay, gumamit tayo ng indefinite pronoun or connected siya ng or, nor, but. It so happen na yes, dalawa ang kanyang subject, okay, pero connected siya ng or, and since the logic is hindi mo naman alam kung ano yung exciting eh, say use singular verb, di ba? Okay, which is exciting? Do you find EK or Enchanted Kingdom exciting? No, neither the movie nor the ride is exciting. Okay, so we use is. Okay, huwag malilito ha kung compose siya ng dalawa or higit pa na nouns or pronouns pero connected siya ng or, nor, or but. Okay, singular verb po ang ginagamit. Okay? Next. Okay, what if? Ito na. So, compound subjects. Okay? Rule number 2 naman, maraming rules, okay, sa subject and verb agreement, but sinamarize ko lang siya into 10. Okay? Into 10. So, for example, okay, another rules, compound yung subject. Okay? Ibig sabihin, compound subject contains both singular and plural noun or pronoun joined by or, nor, but. Okay? Sabi natin, yung subject, yung simuno, yung pinag-uusapan ay dalawa, isang singular at isang plural. Anong gagamitin namin doon, Ma'am Consunhi? Yes, madali lang sabihin ng she. Pag she, he, it, singular. Pag they, we, you, okay, plural, diba? Kapag plural, learners, for example, plural verb. Pagka sinabi natin, for example, Ana, singular verb. Pero, paano daw kapag ang subject, ang simuno, ang pinag-uusapan ay compound subject? Merong isang singular, okay, tapos may isang plural, okay, na nouns or pronouns, okay? But if it is joined by or, nor, or but, okay, the verb agrees with the nearer subject. Dapat kung saan mas malapit, nag-a-agree ang verb, okay, to the nearer subject. Ibig sabihin, for example, neither Terence nor his friends are interested. Bakit are ang ginamit? Kasi ang nearer subject is his friends. His friends ay happen to be plural, madami. Nagigets nyo ako? Isang singular, isang plural, yan no, singular and plural. Saan po mag-a-agree ang ang verb namin, Ma'am Consunhi? It agrees to the nearer subject, sa mas malapit na subject. So dito mag-a-agree sa his friends ang verb which is are. Neither Terence nor his friends are interested. Okay? Napaka-favorite to Okay? Napolcom essential tong mga to. Tricky. Pero again, we are here to to avoid the confusion, okay, with regards to the subject and verb agreement. Okay, so I hope nagigets ako, tama ba? Shout out sa 120 people in the Zoom right now. So nagigets po ba ako? Okay, good. Yes, okay. So pagbaliktarin natin. Okay, pagbaliktarin natin. Neither his friends nor Terence is interested. Bakit po is na po ang ginamit? Kasi ang mirror subject niya ay may dalawang subject. Compound subject ang tawag dyan. Tapos, isang plural at isang singular. So, saan magde-depend ang verb mo sa nearer subject? Ano ba yung mas malapit na subject? Si Terence. Terence happen to be singular, kaya singular ang ginamit na verb. Nagigets po ako. Nagigets po ako. Okay? Okay, good. Now, next. Okay? Indefinite pronoun. At di ba? Okay, pinag-usapan natin ang mga indefinite pronoun. Napakarami class ng indefinite pronoun. Okay, kapag sinabi nating indefinite pronoun tulad ng neither nor, okay, each one, either, neither, everyone, everybody, anybody, anyone, nobody, somebody, someone, no one, use singular verb. Indefinite pronoun, singular verbs. Okay? So for example, either is correct. Since indefinite nga siya, kung ano yung correct, they use singular verb. Yung isa pala dyan ay correct eh, kaso mo hindi natin alam. Yung alam mo yung konsepto ng either is correct. Which is correct? Either is correct. Okay, alin nga? Okay. So, sabi ng expert, edi gamitin na lang natin, since indefinite nga siya, we use singular verb. Okay? Now, the thing is, okay, we use plural verbs with both few, many, other, several. Okay, ha? Okay, ang daming indefinite pronouns, okay? Pero makakalito kung anong gagamitin natin, kung singular or plural verb. Ito lang po. The tip here, there is, doon tayo sa mas konti. Okay? Ako kasi pag nag-aaral ako, nilalagyan ko siya ng kwento. So, gagamit daw tayo ng plural verbs kapag ang indefinite pronouns ay both. Okay, both eh. So, madami na yung both, di ba? Okay, both, parehas, few. So, marami na yung few. Okay, konti siya in a way, pero marami siya. Okay? Wait lang. Wait lang. Ay! Wait. Okay, baka mawala ako ha. Sobrang low bat. Ayun. Ayan. Okay. Yan low bat to. Nagloloko pa yung internet ko. Okay. So, lagyan natin siya ng kwento para mas maintindihan natin. Ako kasi ganun. Okay? I use that one. Okay, how's that? So, for example, okay. Ay, nako naman. Not now, please. Jahe. Sorry. Mahirap talaga pag live. Daming technical difficulties. Okay. So, ang daming indefinite pronoun, Ma'am Kunsunhi. Okay? Ano yung gagawin namin para malaman namin kung gagamitin ba namin is plural or singular verb. Okay, here's my technique. Doon tayo syempre sa mas konti. Okay, doon tayo sa BF mo siya. Okay, patanong ako kasi ganun. BF mo siya. What do you mean by BF mo siya? Both? Okay, few, many, others, and several. Okay. Yan, ganyan ako mag-aral nun. Ang dami, okay? Ang daming indefinite pronouns, okay? So, kapag ka BF mo siya, gagamitin ko plural verb. Kapag ka hindi BF mo siya, at indefinite pronoun siya, ang gagamitin ko is singular verb. Nagigets nyo ako? Ano po yung BF mo siya? B refers to what? Both, F for few, mo, M for many, O for others, and S for several. So, ibig sabihin, kapag ka hindi BF mo siya ang gagamitin, singular. Kapag nasa BF mo siya, plural verb ang gagamitin. So, for example, several apartments. Okay? So, pumunta ka, for example, in a condo, okay? Is there an availability of the unit? Yes, sir. There are several. So, several means many, plurality, okay? So, you use plural form of the verb. Okay? Are we getting what I'm saying? Okay? Both are correct. Yung both, okay? Yung dalawa na yan, yung tatlo na yan, they are all correct. Bakit are ang ginamit natin? Kasi nasa BF mo siya. Well, the concept is that yung both is marami naman talaga. Diba? Okay? Are you still with me, people in the Philippines? Okay? Nagigets po ako dito? Okay? Yes. So, di ba, yung concept, yung logic na few, kahit konti siya, it's still a plural verb. Dapat. Few, konti. Gano ba yung the konti is just a state of mind, but the konti is tatlo, is still plural pa din. Kasi ang singular lang naman is isa. Pag dumalawa na yan, tumatlo, which is konti, for you, few, for you, is still plural. Many, lalo naman yung many. Others, yung iba, di ba? Others. Others. So, marami yung others. So, we use plural verb. Okay? Several. Okay, so, for example, pumunta ka sa DMCI, NACS, David M. Consunji Incorporated. Diba? So, nagtanong ka sa HR, how many units are available? Okay? Is there a unit available sa condo ninyo? Yes, sir. There are several units that are available. Okay? Kahit na lima na lang yan, tatlo na lang available, still we use plural form of the verb. Okay? Nagigets po ako? Nagigets po ako. So, pagka BF mo siya, we use plural verb. Kapag hindi BF mo siya, we use singular verb. I hope it's clear. Okay? I hope it's clear. Yes. Okay? So, yan. Next. So, for example, both options are correct. Okay, ang dali lang ha. Yan. Both options are acceptable or both options are correct. Several apartments are still available. So, apartments pa lang, madami na, diba? Okay, actually, kahit walang several. Pero dahil nga, for the benefit of indefinite pronoun, we're talking about indefinite, hindi mo alam yung pronoun, okay? Ang technique dyan is punta ka sa mas konti. Yun yung focusan mo. Diba? Ang dami niyang indefinite pronoun in a singular verb na gagamitin. So, ba't ko kakabisaduhin lahat yan? Doon ako sa konti, doon ako sa lima. Diba? BF mo siya. So, example, several apartments are still available. Okay? So, next, use either singular or plural verbs with all, any, enough, more, none, or some. Okay? Again, pinag-usapan natin last 2 days ago, the count nouns kapag hindi nabibilang ng mga pangalan, singular verb. Some of the work has been done. Bakit has been done? Okay? Sabi natin, di ba? Okay? Some of the work. Nabibilang mo ba yung work? Okay? Yung ibang mga trabaho ay nagawa na. I cannot translate that in Filipino because of the word I. Okay? Some of the work, are you able to count the work? No. Yung but the sum of the work, okay, has been done. Has, okay, it's a singular verb. Been plus past participle, di ba? Sabi natin. So, some of the work has been done. Okay, enough electricity. So, enough electricity. Electricity is what? We cannot count the electricity. Diba? We can only measure that one, but we cannot count electricity. So, enough electricity is, why it is singular? Because it's a noun count. Noun. Hindi siya nabibilang na pangalan na ginagamit na simuno sa isang pangungusap. Okay? So, enough electricity is produced by the power grid for all its customers. Okay? So, when we use count nouns naman, of course, count nouns, nabibilang mo na siya, diba? Okay? Yung mga concrete one. Okay? Some of the bricks. Kanina, some of the work. Okay? Kahit pa gamitan natin ng indefinite yan eh. Some of the work is singular. Pero ito, some of the bricks, yung mga, what is brick? Yung bato, di ba? Have been laid. Bakit have? Okay? Bakit plural siya? Kasi yung bricks, nabibilang naman na siya. Though it is some, okay, some of the bricks, okay, it is a concrete noun, it's a noun, count nouns also, so mabibilang mo yung bricks na yan. Kahit gaano pa siya kadami. So we use plural form of the verb. Yun yung konsepto nun. Enough. Oh, dito pa lang klase, sabi ko nga sa inyo, when we're talking about grammar, okay, ginagamitan po natin yan ng, logic, okay, ng common sense, okay. Enough tables and chairs are already in the art workshop participants tomorrow. Bakit are? Okay. Sapat na ang mga mesa at mga upuan, okay, nagagamitin para sa art workshop participants bukas. Okay, sapat na yung mga tables and chairs. So, count noun siya. Or, pwedeng count noun siya. Bakit siya count nouns? Kasi siya ay concrete. So, kapag concrete siya, nahahawakan mo siya, nakikita mo siya, nabibilang mo siya in a way. Okay? Next is the collective noun. Pinag-usapan natin yung collective nouns. Ano ulit yung collective nouns? Ito yung family, team, committee, di ba? Okay, lalo na marami ito sa what you call this? Sa animals, okay? Group, yes. Marami ito sa animals. Swarm of fish, for example. School of lion, for example. Okay, so mga collective nouns siya. So, paano ba ang treatment kapag collective nouns? Okay? Sabi natin, okay, like group, team, committee, family, class, herd. Okay? Consider the thought if used as a unit, use singular verb. As an individual, members use plural verb. Okay, so for example, the family that prays together stays together. Now the thing is, okay, sa collective noun, alam natin na, na-identify na natin earlier kung ano yung collective noun. Tama? Tama ba ako? Ano-ano yung mga collective noun? Na-identify natin. Tama? Identify na natin. Tama po ba? Okay. Okay. Now, kapag naman gagamitin natin siya sa subject and verb agreement, kapag ang collective noun, isa lang ang ginagawa or isang unit, considered siya as a unit, okay, paano natin consider na consider siya as a unit pag pare-pareha silang ng ginagawa or isa lang ang ginagawa nila? We use singular verb. Kapag collective noun siya pero iba-iba sila ng ginagawa, we use plural verb. Okay? So, paano ba natin malalaman? Itong example na to. Family. Okay? Collective noun. What is praise? Okay? This is the verb. Subject, the family. Okay? Verb is praise. Ang pamilya na nagdadasal ng, I cannot translate that in Tagalog kasi nga with the word I. Pero ang konsepto nito, okay, ang pamilya na nagdadasal ng magkakasama ay tumatagal ng magkakasama, stays together. Okay, so the family happens to be singular, use singular verb. Ma'am Consuni, bakit po singular? Again, Again, okay, time and again, okay, I would like to reiterate na kapag po ang noun, kapag ang pangalan may S, nagiging plural siya. Okay? Kapag po ang verb, okay, salitang kilos, dilagyan mo siya ng S, nagiging singular siya. So, singular ang family, singular ang verb. So, nag-a-agree siya. So, tama. The family that prays together stays together. Now, if you're going to ask me, ano pong konsepto ng unit dyan? Okay, kasi yung family na yan, yung 5 member ng family na yan, okay, the father, the mother, the child, the kuya, the ate, and the bunso, is nagdadasal together. So, ibig sabihin, isa lang yung ginagawa nila. That makes this collective noun considered as a unit. Kapag ka-unit, gumagamit tayo ng singular verb. I hope we're clear. Yeah? Nagigets po ako? Frianessa, ito makakapasa to. Si Realme RMX, makakapasa yan. Kasi napaka-participative. Awit Jenabel, ayan, mga makakapasa yan. Okay. Sige, tignan natin kung ilan sila. Okay? So, kapag ka-unit po ang ginagawa, kapag ang collective noun, na-identify na natin yung collective noun, pag unit, gagamit po tayo ng singular verb. Kapag yung family na yan, iba-iba yung ginagawa. So, for example, the family, ako, nagle-lecture ako ngayon, yung asawa ko, for example, nanonood ng TV, mild children, playing online games, o iba-iba na yung ginagawa. Doon tayo gagamit ng plural verbs. Are we good po? Okay? So, how is that? So, for example, the newly wedded couple is living for their honeymoon. So, parehas, yung bagong kasal na yan, though we know that couple is marami dahil dalawa sila, it so happen na bagong kasal sila. Couple naman kasi pwedeng hindi kasal, pwedeng hindi. Pero sinabi nila, ang bagong kasal na couple ay aalis. Okay, lilisan para sa kanilang honeymoon. Again, hindi ko matranslate that in Tagalog kasi nga yung I. So, bakit po siya singular? Kasi yung couple, ginamit siya as a unit. Isa lang ang ginawa nila. They are living for their honeymoon. Natural, for their honeymoon, alang mag-isa ka sa honeymoon mo. So, parehas nilang gagawin yung aalis para sa honeymoon. So, we use singular verb. Okay? So, let's have an example. The celebrity couple have parted ways. So, bakit po have? Okay, has is for singular, have for plural. So, bakit po plural ang ginamit dito? Yung couple which happens to be a celebrity, for example, Ding Dong and Marian Rivera have parted ways. Ibig sabihin, yung isa aalis para sa shooting, yung isa aalis for example, for shooting, and yung isa aalis for shopping. So, magkaiba sila ng ginawa. So, we use, though, kahit na collective noun siya, gumamit tayo ng plural verb. Okay? Nagigets po ako? Okay. A huge swarm of locusts. Okay? Tingnan mo collective noun to. Bakit? Yung swarm. It so happen na malaki. Pwede kasi yung swarm, ganyan lang. Pero ang malaking swarm, ibig sabihin sa, sama-samang, malaking sama-samang swarm of locusts, yung peste, yung maliliit na parang tipaklong. Okay? So, swarm ang talawag sa kanila as a collective noun has destroyed the crops. So bakit tayo gumamit ng singular dyan? Kasi isa lang ang ginawa ng mga pesting locust na yan. Yon ay i-destroy, sirain ang mga tanim. Okay, di ba? So the idea, if it is collective noun at isa lang ang ginagawa niya, or you treat that as a unit, we use singular verb. Pero kapag po ito ay ginamit as an individual, iba-iba sila ng ginagawa, then that's the time na ang gagamitin nating verb ay plural. Nagigets po ako. Okay? Yes. Diba? Yan, dapat familiarize with that one. Okay? Nouns are singular in meaning but plural in form. Singular in meaning pero plural siya in form. Anong gagamitin natin doon? Okay? So, scissors, di ba? Yan yon yung magkakapare. Sabi natin o karaan. Tweezers, trousers, shares of pants, okay? Use plural verbs. Okay? Kasi naka-plural na siya sa forma. Yung forma niya lang kasi may S na siya. Sabi ko nga, hindi nyo naman siya magagamit kung wala yung kapares. Kaya gagamit tayo ng plural verb. Dapat po alam natin ito ha. Dapat po familiarize tayo dito. Okay? So, yung mga nouns, yung mga pangalan na singular siya in meaning. So, for example, scissors, isang gunting lang naman yan. Tweezers, okay? Isang tweezers lang naman yan. Well, the thing is, kahit 2 tweezers pa siya, kahit 5 trousers pa siya, kahit 5 pants pa siya, we use plural verbs. Kahit isang pant lang siya, we use plural verb. Kasi nga, they are work in pair. Okay? I have some pants, yes, because okay, have, okay, it is what's plural because of the word pants. Okay, now, for the, what they call this, for the exemption to the rule, however, ngunit, subalit, datapwat, okay, meron tayong exemption to the rule. So, for example, trousers lang siya. Okay, trousers, pantalon. Pantalon pa din naman ang trouser. Kaso mo, dinescribe siya as isang pares. Okay, so for example, a couple trousers or couple pants siya. Okay, bumili ka for example sa pen shop ng couple pants, di ba? Gusto mo parehas kayo ng jowa mo. So, isang pares na siya. Dahil isang pares na siya ng pantalon, okay, ng pantalon, ng pants, we use singular verb. So, this one is very bihira, pero baka lang lumabas, di ba? At least we have the idea. Again, hindi naman nakakalito to, kasi nga, kung aakalain nyo na ito ay plural in a way, so be it. Plural naman talaga ang gagamitin yung verb. Pero, kailan ba gumagamit ng singularity, okay, or ng singular verb? Kapag ka binigyan na ng a pair of. So, ilang pares na ng trousers. So, look at this one na. Ano yung nasa cabinet? Yung isang pares ng trousers. So, isang pares na yung pinag-uusapan dito. Isa, which is singular. So, we use singular verb. Okay? Next, the nouns, singular in meaning but plural in form. Okay? So, mathematics, kahit na isa yan, kahit may S yan, isang subject pa din yan. Okay? It's a branch of science pa din that deals with numbers. Mathematics. Missiles, okay, plural lang siya in form pero singular ang gamit niyan. So we use mathematics is my favorite subject because we are referring to one subject. It so happen na yung dating niya, yung formula niya, yung pagkakaporma niya is mukhang plural. But it is singular in meaning. So physics is one of the hardest subject in the senior high school curriculum, in the K-12 curriculum. So why do we use is? It is because physics, naka-plural lang siya in form dahil may S siya, pero singular, isa lang ang ibig sabihin ng physics. Another branch of science. Okay? You use singular verb. So politics is a dirty business. Okay? So, ang politics ay dirty business. I cannot translate it because of the word I. Are we good? Okay? So, sana nakukuha ako, no? Next, okay, delayed subject, okay, or expletive, or the construction, okay? So, look for the subject, okay, and reverse the sentence. Here are the many questions, okay? There are many questions. Okay, questions kasi. So, ang iaano naman yan, class, ganito naman ang approach niyan sa Sa board exam. There, asa na yun? Here, there, okay, is, are, ganun yan eh. Many questions. Okay, again, class. Asan ulit ang subject? Yung there nga, there are na yun eh. There is. Ano daw yung nandiyan? Yung maraming tanong. Eh di maraming tanong, eh di we use are. Simple, di ba? Okay, ano daw yung nandiyan? Okay, there is a question. Is there any question? Kasi I'm assume isa lang ang tanong. Is there any question? Okay, so is kasi dinedelay niya muna yung subject. So kung nakita mo question, they use singular verb. Many question use plural verb. Here comes the bride. Here come the bride and the groom. Okay, again, okay, bride and groom, plural, so we use plural form of the verb. Delayed, tapos na to. Okay, with words that indicate portion. With words that indicate portion, meaning to say the percent, the fraction, the part, the majority, some, all, none, the remainder, okay? Look at the noun of the object of the preposition after of. So if the noun is singular, use singular word. So look ka daw doon sa salita na ng preposition ng after ng of, ng nang, okay? Sa Tagalog. Okay? All of the pie, all, ito yung pie, lahat yon, okay, ay nawala. So we use singular verb. If the noun is plural, of course, use plural verb. Okay? So for example, may bookshelf. 50% daw ng books ay nawawala. 50%. So for example, ang book na nandyan sa shelf ay 10. So 50%. Yung 10, okay, yung 5 nawawala. 5 ay ano, madami. So we use plural verb, di ba? Okay? Imaginein mo. Imaginein mo, class. 50% of the books are missing. 50%, madami na yon. Of the books, okay, may S na, madami na ulit. So we use plural verb. Again, logic and common sense lang po ang gagamitin natin. Okay? Next, okay, the sum of the money, the periods of time, for example, the distances, again, para siyang collective noun, kapag considered siya as a unit, singular verb. Paano po ba yon, ma'am? For example, 1,000,000. Alam natin na yung 1,000,000, madami naman talaga siya. Pero kapag pinambayad mo yung 1,000,000 na yan para lahat sa utang, then unit siya. Use singular verb. Ngayon, yung 1,000,000 na yan, yung kalahati, pinambayad mo ng renta ng bahay, yung kalahati, pinambayad mo ng utang, yung iba ay tinabi mo sa bangko. So, iba-iba na yung pinagagawa niya ng sum of money na yan, ng periods of time na yan, ng distances na yan, then consider that as an individual, we use plural verb para siyang collective nouns. Okay? So, 50 pesos is reasonable amount to pay for lunch. Kahit na sabihin natin 250 pesos. Okay? Pero ang 250 pesos na yan ay ginamit mo lang pambayad para sa lunch. Then, okay, then, use singular verb. 1,000,000 is acceptable for a brand new car. Pinambayad mo lang yung 1,000,000 na yan. Okay? Para pambili ng bagong kotse. Okay? Next, sum of the money, periods of time, distances. Ano ba yan? Paulit-ulit. Okay, for the expression, ito, favorite din to, word essential to. Careful, ulitin ko, word essential to, sa dami ng, sa dami ng subject and verb agreement, pick, okay, yung gamitin talaga sa board exam at saka yung, nila, yung panlito nila. So, for the expression ng the number and a number, okay, the number singular. The singular. Okay. A is plural verb. A number, yung expression lang na ng the number, dapat may number, hindi yan the boys, a boys, wala namang ganon. But for the expression of the number and a number, so the number use singular verb, a number use plural form of the verb. So for example, the number of people, though, okay, madami si people, but the expression of the number use singular is 24. The number of people we need to hire is 24. Though madami si 24, but again, with the expression of the number. Pag a number, we use plural verb. Okay? A number of people have. Have is a plural verb. Has kasi ang singular niya. Written about this subject. A number of people have written about this subject. So that is the rule number 11. Next, for the number 12, this one hindi na masyado. Okay. Next, either or neither followed by of requires a singular verb. So, either of the civil service top-notchers is qualified to be a coach. Okay, ibig sabihin lang, ganito lang yung konsepto na yan. Nagkaroon ng NAPOLCOM exam, nagkaroon ng mga top-notchers. Yung mga top-notchers na yan, either, kahit sino yan. So, for example, may 5 NAPOLCOM top-notchers, either of the NAPOLCOM top-notchers is qualified to be a coach. Bakit is? Kasi sabi po ng agreement, sabi po ng rules in grammar, with the either or neither followed by of requires a singular verb. Either, okay, kasi pwedeng either Joanna or, diba? Either Joanna or her cousins are, diba? Pero dito, either, pero, or neither, pero sinusundan siya ng salitang of, either of the civil service top-notchers is qualified to be a coach. Ang konsepto nga nun, uulitin ko, so for example, may nag-exam, NAPOLCOM examination, napakadami, may 5 nakuha na top-notcher, yung 5 na yon is qualified to be a coach. Bakit? Kasi nga, that's the rules. Okay? Yung, kung sino man yung top-notchers na yon is qualified to be a coach. Okay? So next one, we do have number 13, subject and verb agreement. The relative pronouns, which is who, which, and that should have the same number as nouns they refer to. Okay, ito bihira na to. He who laughs fast, laughs the hardest. Okay, title of the books, movies require a singular verb. It so happen, nagkataon lang po na nagtatapos sila sa letter S. So for example, Beatles. Beatles is my favorite band. Bakit is? Beatles yun. Pangalan lang po yun ng isang banda. So we are referring to one band. Okay, one band. Now, with the Transformers, so though marami yung Transformers kasi nga S, okay? At dun sa movie, marami talagang Transformer. It so happen, ang favorite movie mo ay Transformer. So, ilan ba ang movie na to? Isa lang. Okay, nagkataon lang na nagtatapos siya sa letter S. So, we require singular verb. Okay? Hindi na yan. Hindi na yan masyado. Okay. Now, and the preposition. Ayan yung mga test na yan. Sa ano naman yan? Ganto. Okay. Papaano ba kayo mag-exam ngayon? Bibigay sa inyo nila Sir Brian yung exam, ganon? Hello? Hello po, paano? Binigay na po, okay. So, i-exam nyo yun, tapos anong gagawin nyo? Pagkatapos nyo, saan nyo ilalagay at paano yung checking? How is that? Sige nga. Paano po? So, i-stop